Today we're going to be jumping into some VGC Regulation F battles with the team that I built that's kind of based off of the team that I use at the San Antonio Regional. It's just improved a little bit for Regulation F. Now there's definitely improvements that can be made to this team, but overall this is a pretty good team. I used it to get top 4 at the recent Wide League tournament, and I'm pretty happy with the results. There's definitely a couple of flaws though. And unfortunately Regulation F is technically not in the game yet, so we're going to have to go into casual battles, but hopefully we find a pretty good opponent to play against and you guys can really see this team. So as you can see, this is the team right here. I like to call it Expanding Sun, and at first glance you can probably tell why. So before we jump into the first battle, I just want to do a little team overview, kind of explain how this team works and kind of explain the flaws and the good parts about this team. There's also the team ID on the top right, so feel free to use this team if you want to, and I can also put a paste of the team in the description below. So again, this is pretty similar to my team that I use at the San Antonio Regionals. The only difference is I have Iron Crown instead of Armor Rouge, and I have King Gambit instead of Ursaluna. But of course, with Regulation F, if you don't already know, Iron Crown is basically the new Armor Rouge. It gets expanding force, it does crazy damage, it's super fast. Go ahead and throw a booster energy on it, it's going to outspeed most things, and that's exactly what it does. Because of that, it pairs up great with Indeedee. I also have the combination of Torkoal and Hisui and Lilligant, and if you don't already know, Lilligant gets Chlorophyll, which means its speed is doubled in the sun, which is what Torkoal brings to the field, and it gets a move called After You, where basically whenever it outspeeds something and you use that on something, it makes it to where that Pokemon is going to outspeed everything else. Close it out, I have Regidrago and King Gambit. Regidrago is a great Pokemon for this team in my opinion, especially when it's Choice Scarf, because the rest of the team, on its own is kind of slow. So this is a great Pokemon to really close out situations if you have Trick Room up and it goes away, or to kind of just start off if you can predict what your opponent's going to lead with. Dragon Energy is basically like a Dragon type Eruption, except it does crazy damage because Dragon's Maw, basically boosts the damage of Dragon type moves. So honestly, sometimes I can just lead with Indeedee and Regidrago. I can go for Dragon Energy. I'm Choice Scarfed. I can Terrasilize, and Indeedee can use Helping Hand or Follow Me. I've got the Psychic Terrain. That way, no priority moves can hit me. And basically, if you're not outspeeding me and you have no way to protect yourself, like you're kind of just cooked. You know what I mean? If you have a bad lead against it, you're kind of just cooked. And the last set on the team is King Gambit. I kind of mentioned this before, but with my previous team, I was kind of wishing that I would have picked King Gambit instead of Ursaluna. Really, that slot, I feel like I don't bring a whole lot in general, but I think having King Gambit is really nice because of Defiant. It kind of discourages people to lead with certain Pokemon, especially with Pokemon like Incineroar walking around. A lot of people aren't going to bring it because of that. And I went ahead and just, gave it Terra Dragon. It's just a good defensive typing for it. Gave it Swords Dance as well. I kind of want to replace it with Iron Head. I will say in that online tournament that I did, the Wide League tournament, Iron Head would have definitely come in clutch in a lot of situations. So that's something I might want to experiment for, in the future. But yeah, overall, pretty solid team so far. I've only used it for one online tournament, and like I said, the biggest flaw for this team, I will say, has to be the fact that Wide Guard kind of shuts me down a little bit. I rely on Expanding Force, Eruption, and Dragon Energy a lot. So whenever I do run into Wide Guard, I do have to kind of play around it. I will say it's not as common. I feel like I don't see as many Pokemon run Wide Guard, especially with Armor Rouge, not being as popular now because of Iron Crown. So that's something that I don't see as often. But whenever I do see it, it does give me a lot of trouble. And then I'd say the only other flaw would be just, Dark types and also Fairy types. Regidrago is a Pokemon I probably rely on a little bit too much. So whenever I run into some Fairy types, they give me trouble. I will give an example. I did run into a team with Grimmsnarl, which is a Dark and Fairy type, which meant that Iron Crown and Regidrago didn't do a whole lot. Obviously, I do have Steel type moves with Iron Crown, but they were able to play around it pretty well to where I wasn't able to knock it out. So I would say those two typings and Wide Guard kind of gave this team the most trouble. So I can definitely, change some things up here and kind of work around that and build a team that's a little bit better for that. But for today, it's going to work, and we're going to hopefully run into some good battles with some good legitimate teams and not like just some in-game teams. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can find a match here. See what we got. I've only tried to do casual battles like twice, and both teams were like not the best. So we'll see. We got somebody over here. Let's see what we got against Jonathan. All right. Okay, hey, let's go. Okay, this is a legitimate like Regulation F team. Look at that. Okay, running Gastrodon too. This is actually, I'm surprised, dude, because like I played one earlier and it was pretty bad. Okay, Landorus Eye becoming a lot more popular. You got the Flutter as well. Okay, so they do have one Fairy type. They have a Dark type. But they don't really have a way to set up weather. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lead Torkoal and Lilligant and bring Indeedee in the back. Do I want to bring Iron Crown or do I want to bring Drago? I'm kind of thinking Iron ground. Because really the only thing about Iron Crown is like it's gonna be Flutter Mane, but like I said, I do have the Steel type move, so I think that'll be okay. The only thing that Gas Dreadnought might be a problem. If my Lilligant goes down early, it might be a problem. But I think that's a pretty solid lead right there. So in this situation, whenever they can't really do weather. Oh, I just realized my webcam is off. Hold up. All right, we're back. My bad. In this situation, when they don't really have like weather, and I know they have a fairy type, I know they have a dark type, they might lead with both. I like to lead with Torkoal and Lilligant, and the reason for that is because I can just go for fast eruptions. Now right here, he does have Incineroar, right? So there's a good chance he goes for Fake Out. So what I can do is switch out one of my Pokemon for Indeedee, and that's gonna prevent the Fake Out, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do right here. I think I could also protect Terra Ghost and go for Encore. But do I want to burn my Terra early? I mean, I kind of don't have a problem with burning this early. Oh, but he does have Urshifu. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna switch into Indeedee, I guess. And then I'm gonna go for close combat. I'm gonna go for it on Urshifu, because then I can Encore Incineroar next turn if you want for Fake Out. A lot of times, like, with this team, people will just kind of forget about Indeedee and Psychic Terrain. So a lot of times, I like to not lead with Indeedee, and then they like to switch it in, like, turn 1. Because they're gonna go for Fake Out, and now go for Encore. And before, I was running Sleep Powder, right? I was running Sleep Powder on, move this over. I was running Sleep Powder on Lilligant. It's just a little too inconsistent for me, that's the thing. Like, oh, that's unfortunate. It's a crit too. I was probably dead anyways. Is he dead? Oh, let's go. I think he might have died from that. Go. Big time. This is great actually, because now I can either Encore or I can force the switch, which is nice. Yeah, this is actually great. This is fantastic right now. Because he's either gonna get forced to switch and he's gonna like get hit by Expanding Force, or he's gonna stay in and I'm just gonna Encore him. And I outspeed everything because I'm on the sun, and you know I don't have Prankster, so it's you know I can use it on him. You know what I mean? Usually Prankster won't hit dark types. Anyways, what I was saying, I was running Sleep Powder in the past with Lilligant. It's just a little too inconsistent for me, and I kind of thought that going into the regional that I went to, I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to use it or not. And I just found myself most of the time not going for Sleep Powder. There were a couple times I did go for it, and I did hit it. You know, it came in clutch. But there's definitely times where I found myself doing something else just because I didn't want to risk it, you know? Alright, so we got the speed increase. The only problem here is that I might not kill it actually with just Expanding Force. And so because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and go Terra. Just because in the end game, like if it's just Iron Crown versus Incineroar, the Terra's gonna help me anyways. Let's go ahead and do that, and then I could go for close combat, but it's not gonna one-shot Incineroar, so I'm going for Encore. Like I said, he's gonna switch out and get hit by this, or he's gonna stay in and get Encored, so either way, we're sitting pretty good. There's no way his Lando should outspeed me. It might live my attack, and because of that, I'm gonna go ahead and Terra that way. There's nothing that can really knock me out. It's kind of crazy how Lando I is like really good now. Going for the defensive Terra right here. Yeah, I forgot to mention, I run Terra Ground. Most people run Terra Water. Now it's kind of like looking at different sets and stuff. The reasoning I saw behind Terra Ground was just kind of the fact that, oh, he just stayed. Look at that. Is this one shot? I definitely outspeed, but I don't know if there's one shots. I would hope so. Okay, yeah. Go for the psychic. Okay. Doesn't matter anyways. We're living anyways. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much set up here. There's really nothing he can do. Expanding Force kills next turn. I just close combat that slot, so again, if he switches out, he's kind of dead anyways. Go ahead and go for it. I like to run Terra Ground because it hits Incineroar the same, right? Like Incineroar is weak to ground, is weak to water, regardless. But what's nice about it too is there's Pokemon like Goldango, where like Terra Water wouldn't really do much. Terra Ground is going to do much, so that's why I'm running. Plus, I'm running like a Sun team, so I feel like Terra Water would be the best. Alright, Flutter in the last slot. Kind of what I expected. Alright. Incineroar is locked in, which is nice. Honestly, I should outspeed, but let me just knock out this Incineroar just to be safe. If I didn't see if speed got boosted. If speed got boosted, this could be kind of a problem. I probably should have went for Solar Blade, to be honest. But yeah, I want to go ahead and get rid of that Incineroar while it's not able to do anything. Just so I don't have to worry about it. Alright, looking good. I just hope I outspeed. I don't know if I do. Okay, dude. Heck yeah, I'm better. Let's go. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't know if that one-shots Flutter. I really don't. I should probably count that. Look at that. First up right there, look at that. See, turn 1, we dropped the Indeedee, but it did its job. It got the Psyche Terrain up. That's really all we needed. But yeah, this team is like very hyper offensive, as you can tell. It basically relies on me being able to outspeed stuff, but I do have Trick Room, so in the event, you know, they get Tailwind up and, you know, the team that I brought is slower overall, then I can just go ahead and set Trick Room up and be good to go. So, it definitely, like, it's a team where, like, if you're not prepared for it, you will lose almost every time. But if you are prepared for it, you're probably gonna beat me every time, you know? That's kind of how this team operates. Mason. Okay, this is, an interesting squad. See, Regulation F is still so new, so I'm kind of like, I don't know if this is somebody that just like threw random stuff together, or is this like a somebody trying to build a legitimate team, you know what I mean? I don't know if I've ever seen Samurott being used. They do have Indeedee and Iron Crown as well here, so I am seeing that. Kind of again though, they have no way to really stop weather here, and no way to outspeed me. Like, he's probably got, what, Choice Scarf Landorus? It's not gonna outspeed me. We'll bring Drago this time instead of Iron Crown. I want to bring King Gambit is the question. I think Gambit would be good here, actually. I'm gonna bring King Gambit. Switch it up. I want to make sure you guys get to see all the Pokemon on the team, you know what I mean? Can't bring the same 4 every time. Alrighty. Samurott and Landorus. Cool. That is honestly fine by me. Probably gonna go Terra first turn. Would not be surprised. Let's go for the Solar Blade and then I guess Protect. I'm kind of scared he's gonna Protect in U-turn. I think he might do that. There's really not much that Torkoal's gonna do here though. Okay, he did withdraw. Kind of thought he would. Regardless, I didn't think he was gonna double into Lilligant. Gonna have Focus Sash, so I'm kind of living anything anyways. Solar Blade's gonna do like nothing here. Imagine he has Rocky Helmet, I swear. Did more than I thought. Oh, we're chilling. Okay, I really have no save switch in here. Do I just... Honestly, I'm just gonna go for this. I think... Do I Terra here? There's a Terra, Fire, Eruption, and the Sun knockout Landorus. I'm gonna... Let's just go for it. Even if this doesn't knock it out, it's gonna do crazy damage. He's not gonna attack Lilligant, which means that my Focus Sash will still be up. So you know what? We're just gonna go for it. What do I have to lose? It definitely one-shots Okidogi, there's no way. There it is. Dude, it's crazy. I'm telling you, man, this team is hyper offensive. Like, this is one of those teams where you win or lose at the team select screen. I feel like I'm looking, I'm like, okay, you got no way to outspeed here. You got nothing that's like immune to this or like super resistant to it. You just kind of straight up lose. Look at the speed boost here. That's the question. Does he have booster energy? Oh, he does. Oh, no booster energy. Okay. Well, I think in this situation, he's not running booster, which means he's probably Focus Sash, so Let's just go for that for a sec. Oh. How to win in 3 turns. Look at that. Yeah, we take those, you know? We take those. Dude, this team is crazy. I feel like I said, it definitely has its flaws, and there's stuff I need to work on with this team, but the core of this team, it's just scary, you know? It's scary if you're not prepared for it. That's what I'll say. For the last battle today, of course, we had to get, you know, run into one of these types of teams. So let's close it out strong here, all right? With the Slate King, we got the Miraidon, we got, you know, Dark Rhyme. And let's do it again, you know, same lead. That Blissey could be a problem because I don't have a lot of physical attackers on my team. I kind of wanted to see if I can win in 2 turns. Okay, I think if he didn't bring Miraidon, I think I win in 2 turns. But then there's also Blissey though. That's a problem. This is kind of a problem. Of course he leads with the 2 that I, okay. Alright, that's cool. Okay, we're gonna go for Protect here, and we're gonna just go ahead and put a close combat to Blissey. I just kind of want to get rid of it already. No Protect coming out from his side. This should one-shot. Oh. Focus that. Okay. This could be a problem if he doubled into me. Charge. Okay. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, and the Icy Wind. Okay. I should still outspeed here, though. I should pretty much outspeed regardless. This is where it gets fun. Check this out. Oh, this is actually where it gets real fun. Hold up now. Watch this. We switch into King Gambit, we get the Defiant boost because he didn't go for it again. I'm gonna go ahead and encore the Miraidon, so all I can do is just raise its special defense. And then we're chilling. Check this out. Oh, I love this. Oh, go ahead and use charge again, go ahead. Go ahead, raise it up. Oh, Icy Wind, ooh. Okay, those defense drops. I mean, speed drops, my bad. That's what I meant to say. Thank you. Alright. This is where we go ahead and put Cow Cleat, or whatever it's called. What is it called? Cow Toe Cleat, I can never say that. Okay. Go ahead and go for that, and let's just go ahead and knock this out. I should still have speed, but he's pretty slow. Got the free switch in, let's go. Flaking. We'll take it. Solar Blade's gonna outspeed and knock out this Blissey. Lilligant is a beast, what can I say? I could have went for a Swords Dance and really just kind of put the game away, but go ahead and go for the damage here. That's insane, dude. Crazy damage. I feel like Slaking is really slow, and I hope that's the case. I kind of don't know. I feel like I would still outspeed. Like, base speed, I should outspeed Slaking. Of course, dude. Of course it lives. Okay, never mind. Is that guy Choice Scarf? Or, like, oh my god, that did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. That Slaking has to be Choice Scarf, right? So there's no way Slaking's that fast naturally. Doesn't even make sense. Because he's outspeeding his own Miraidon. Right? Alright, he knocked out the Gambit, that's fine. He only has one more Pokemon left, besides Miraidon, which is basically knocked out. Let's see, how do I want to close this out? That's the question here. How would I like to close it out? Go ahead and bring Draco. I haven't shown you guys the power of Draco, really. Got Dark right in the last slot. Yeah, we're chilling. Dragon Energy, close it out here, and then for close combat on you, I guess. Should pretty much close it out. Unless for some reason he has Terra Fairy on Darkrai, which would be insane. That should be GG's. Should be. There it is. Yeah, not gonna lie, first turn I was kind of scared. When he started charging up, raising special defense, I was like, oh. Then I was like, well, wait a second. That's why I added King Gambit to this team, for situations like that, you know what I mean? King Gambit is kind of just, that's like my little ace, you know? I really don't use it a whole lot, but when I do bring it, a lot of times I bring it because there's a certain combination, right? Like NDD, Iron Crown that I really don't feel like bringing. So I'm like, oh, let me just throw King Gambit in there, see what he does. I mean, if nothing else, I bring Sucker Punch, right? They went for Icy Wind, and I was like, okay, it's probably gonna go for the same thing, so I just get the attack boost. And oh, I did not mean to. Hold up, I did not mean to do the other one. Wait, hold that out for a second. But anyways, yeah, you know, +1 Sucker Punch, it's gonna do a lot of damage no matter what it hits. So that's kind of what King Gambit is there for, which is nice. But yeah, that's pretty much the team. Let me know in the comments if this is a team that seemed interesting to you, or if you tried it out. Like I said, I have the rental code. I'll put the paste below as well in the description. Like I said, there's definitely some adjustments that I can make, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. I was kind of like running some stuff with Whimsicott before. Not gonna lie, it's mostly because I have a shiny one and I really wanted to use it. But then I was like, you know what, let me just kind of go back to my original team and kind of just make some adjustments there. I tried out Walking Wake a little bit. I couldn't really make it work. So overall, this is the 6 that I kind of came up with. Again, there definitely are some adjustments that need to be made in my opinion, but overall it's been working out pretty well. And I gotta say, man, Regidrago has become one of my favorite Pokemon in recent weeks. I never saw myself really using it, but it's a beast. It does a lot of damage. It's fast with Choice Scarf. It goes kind of crazy. You know, it goes really crazy, I will say. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 10K. We're getting closer and closer. Right now we're like 7.2K, kind of around there. So we're trying to hit 10K pretty soon. And if you enjoy the Pokemon content, let me know, because I'm trying to do a little bit more Pokemon content, just trying to see if that interest is there. I do a lot of Smash content usually, but I'm having a lot of fun with VGC, I'm having a lot of fun with TCG, so I definitely want to do some more of that stuff as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video.